What's going on, y'all? It's your boy Playmaker Way with the playbook, and y'all read the title, man. Best profitable day trading strategy for beginners, kept simple. Now, if this is your first time on the channel, welcome. I appreciate you giving this video a chance. Make sure to hit that bell and sub button because we don't just post weekly content like this, but we also live stream and live trade every day, London session 3 and EST on this very same channel. So again, you see this huge win here. You also see this loss. We're transparent. We don't win every single trade, but we're about to break down literally how you can lose 2 or even 3 trades and still be up for the week with a negative win rate. Obviously, that's not what we're going for, but that's just a sneak peek of what we're going to be breaking down in this video. This video is literally a foolproof plan that I'm giving to y'all for free. So make sure to like this video, save it, and watch to the very end. I'm going to be breaking down, literally I'm about to give you a trading plan of how to go about day by day trading, what you should be going about, how to manage trades, the type of setups to go for, and how this will help you again make it damn near impossible to lose at the end of the week, let alone in the month or quarter, and literally how it's damn near impossible to blow your account by following these simple steps. We also have a free signal free Telegram. As you can see right here, this is how we did last month for May. We went 16 and 4, giving us the 80% win rate, cost 69,396 pips. You can see this by going to June 3rd. You can also see some student results and testimonial, and over 1,000 receipts of screenshots of student results, testimonials, screenshots of actual position of trades I took, screenshots of signals I called, all that good stuff. So make sure to hit that first link in the description and check all that stuff out. Now, that's how we did last month. Now, how we did quarter one to start the year off, we went 53 and 4, giving us a 93% win rate. January we went 20 and 0, catching 37,620 pips. February went 17 and 1, catching 24,403 pips. Then March we went 16 and 3, catching 49,783 pips, catching a total of 111,806 pips. You can see this by scrolling to April 4th. You click right here. You click right here. It's going to take you to the beginning of the year. Now let's go ahead and get straight into this video. So you can see right here, this trade was a nice 1-to-3 risk reward ratio. So that means whatever we risk, we made 3 times that amount. So I risked $100, I made $300. If I risked $1,000, I made $3,000 off this one trade alone. So this is very simple. Now, again, I have a bunch of videos with trade breakdowns, so just go to my playlist titled Trade Breakdowns if you want to watch over 70 videos of back-to-back trade breakdowns, different buy setups, different sell setups that I took along with the members. I explained from start to finish why I went for buys, why I went for sells, and how you can catch similar setups. This one, like I said, is going to be strictly just breaking down the trading plan and how this trading plan works for me, as well as the members and students. Okay, so again, keep in mind this risk reward ratio. So let's go over what the game plan should be. First things first, when it comes to looking for setups, you should always go with the flow of price. So for example, if we're in an uptrend, you always want to look for buys no matter what. If we're in a downtrend, you always want to look for sells no matter what. And then to double down on that, if we're in a downtrend, always look for sells off resistance levels. If we're in an uptrend, always look for buys off of support levels, right? So now we're about to break down the math and science behind this, okay? So there's 5 days out the week that you can trade Forex, that is, right? And, you know, futures and stuff like that. We're not talking about crypto. So you want to take 1 trade a day. You heard me, 1 trade a day. Now, while you're taking 1 trade a day, you need to be risking on each one of those positions the same amount every single trade. So whether that's 1%, whether that's 2%, whether that's 5%, Monday through Friday, you need to risk the same amount every single trade. We're about to break down why that's important. Now, not only do you want to take 1 trade a day, you want to risk the same amount every single trade, but then you want to go for 1-to-2 to 1-to-3 minimum risk reward ratios. Now, why do you want to go for 1-to-2 or 1-to-3 minimum risk reward ratios? Because again, you got to think about what we're doing here. We're investing. So if we're going to be investing, especially putting our hard-earned money onto the markets or on the line, we need to make sure that is worth the risk, right? Because I tell my members and students all the time, trading isn't risky. A lot of y'all are just being risky. Trading isn't gambling. A lot of y'all are just gambling. Okay. So the reason why you want to go for 1 to 2, 1 to 3 minimum risk reward ratios is because, again, if you want to risk your money, you need to make sure that it's worth the risk. So if I'm risking $100 and the most I can make is $30, does that sound like a good risk reward ratio? Does that sound like a good investment? Does that sound like a good return on investment? No. Versus if I'm going for 1 to 2 to 1 to 3, meaning if I risk $100, I'm making $200 or $300. That is a good risk reward. That's a good investment, because what I'm putting in and risking to potentially make double, if not triple, that amount. Now, on top of that, I know what some of y'all are thinking. Yeah, but wait, what if not all TPs get hit? Well, that is why we also go for 1 to 2 to 1 to 3. Because let me just pull this out. Imagine if we went for a 1-to-1 risk reward ratio and the price only went halfway to the final TP. We'd be risking $100 to only make $50. That's not a good risk reward ratio. Or if it went a quarter of the way, we'd be risking $100 to only make $25. That does not sound that appeasing. Versus if it's a 1 to 2 minimum risk reward ratio, if it goes halfway, we're at least making what we're risking, right? Because a 1-to-1 would mean we're risking $100 to make $100, right? So that's why you want to go for 1 to 2, 1 to 3. So again, you have all your I's dotted, all your T's crossed. So even if price doesn't go to the final TP, which happens, you're at least still making what you was risking, if not more. Now, I know what y'all are thinking as well. What if you lose that trade that you took? Well, if you lost that trade that you took, there's a couple things you can do. You can either wait for another re-entry, or go on another chart and look for another setup, or simply just be done for the day. I'm gonna show you examples towards the end of what happens when you do both of those, whether you look for another setup or you just take the loss for the day and come back the next day. Now, again, when you take a loss or if you take a win, you need to review your trade to see what went right, what went wrong, so you can know how to improve or tweak for the next possible setup. Let's pull the calculator out. So this is just for example purposes, keep it very simple. So let's say I took a trade, and let's say my first trade for Monday was a loss. Boom, right? Did I blow my account? No, I still have plenty of wiggle room to look for another setup and entry, right? Now, what a lot of people do when they lose a trade, they think, oh, I need to make my money back. And their way of making their money back in their head is to risk more than they initially risked. No. You need to risk the same amount every single trade. That's why your risk to reward is bigger than what you're risking. So that way you can cancel out your losses. And this is exactly what I mean, right? So again, you can either be done for the day and come back the next day, or you can look for another setup. Now, if you take 2 losses in a row on the same day, you take no more than 2 trades a day. But if your first trade of the day is a winner, you don't need to take a second trade, because again, you already met your goal. You already accomplished what you came into the markets that day to accomplish, right? So again, let's say it's Monday, we took a loss. So let's say we don't want to take a second trade and we just want to come back to the charts on Tuesday. So Tuesday comes, and let's say we caught a nice 1 to 2 risk reward ratio setup, right? Boom. So again, we're risking $100, 100 plus 100 times 2 is $200. So you see how literally one trade can cancel out a loss and we're still up for the week, right? But you also see how if we even took 2 trades or took 2 losses, how a 1 to 2 risk reward ratio would cancel out that loss. So you see how even if you have a negative win rate, which is a 1 to 2 in this example, if you stick to these rules, you can still be up for the week, right? So let's look at this setup here, right? So this was Wednesday, this was Thursday, okay? So this was a 1 to 3 risk reward ratio. We're not going to include the 6, we're just going to keep it simple. So this was a 1 to 3 risk reward ratio setup. Imagine if, again, let's say 1 to 3, I made $300. Whoops. Made $300. Boom. Let's say the next day comes, right? Because this was Wednesday, this was Thursday. Let's say I took a loss Thursday. Again, I'm risking $100 every single trade in this example. So did I lose all my profits? No, I'm still up for the week, right? So this is why it's very, very, very important to stick to this game plan. Because again, a lot of people try to make the money on the front end. Well, I teach my members and students to make the money on the back end. Again, a lot of people try to put a big lot size because they're like, if I put this amount and I risk this much per pip, I can make this much per pip. But on that same hand, on the same side, on the other side of the coin, you can also lose that much per pip. So again, it's all about simple math, consistency, and consistently sticking to the game plan. Okay, y'all? It's literally that simple. Risk 1 to 5% of your account per trade, follow the flow of price, take 1 trade a day. If you take a loss that day, you can take 1 more trade. But if you take 2 losses that day, you're done. And again, you want to go from 1 to 2 to 1 to 3 minimum risk to reward ratio setups. If y'all enjoyed this video, make sure to like, share, and subscribe. Comment down below any questions, comments, concerns you may have. Make sure to hit that first link in the description to join the free Signal free Telegram. If you're interested in learning how to identify these levels, my Signal services on my mentorship program, make sure to hit those links in the description. But before you make a decision, let me tell you a little bit about those details. Let's play Signal. We trade Tokyo session exclusively with the members. We trade London session and then New York. Just like the Sunday chart analysis I drop in the free Signal, I drop one every day during New York session called the New York Price Watch List. This is where I go over the trades we took during Tokyo session, London session, and possible setups going into New York. I don't just say we're looking for buys or looking for sells. I explain why we're looking for buys, why we're looking for sells, and then I take it a step further and go over key price points to look for entries and exits on. As you can see here, I call this Signal. You see I'm walking y'all through what's going on with the trades we're in. I'm giving y'all updates to what I talked about in the New York Price Watch List. And then of course you see me showing y'all screenshots to visually show y'all what's going on behind the scenes, or what I see on my end behind the scenes. All right, we also have exclusive live streams that we go live during New York news events at least twice a week. And just like the London session lives, if you missed the live, they're recorded and posted in here so you can watch them when you get a chance. You have access to over 500 videos of daily chart analysis and weekly live streams. And in fact, you have access to even the ones last year in 2022. Then there's also the pinned messages like the account size key, the student and member group chat, and much more. Now I also have the course, of course. The course doesn't just teach you my trading strategy, it also teaches you how to read the charts, because that's what I teach y'all. You saw I had no indicators, no trend lines. It's simply just market flow and trading and entering and exiting off key price levels. Now all the stuff that I just went over, you get access to all that stuff in the course channel. So that way, not only do you have the step-by-step playbook of how to look and read any chart at all times, but you have ongoing chart analysis, ongoing education for life. Now I also have one-on-one sessions. One-on-one sessions also comes with access to the advanced play Signal room and the student member group chat. That way you can earn while you learn. But then you also get 2 sessions a week that are recorded an hour long. But you also get 2 sessions a week that are recorded and are an hour long, and they're sent to you same day. Those are yours to keep for life. So if you're interested in that, hit those links in the description. If y'all want to contact me directly, y'all can DM me on Instagram at playmaker_way. Also make sure to follow me on there, and TikTok _playmakerway_. I post daily on both pages. And I'll see y'all next time I'm live or next time I post a video. Peace. We out.